Hello everybody, Symbiotic DOS here today to continue my playthrough of Mega Man X7. In the last episode, we took on probably the slowest and most boring boss in the game. And this time, we take on something significantly faster paced. And holy hell, I don't particularly enjoy this mission, if I'm being completely honest. It's not a bad mission, necessarily. It's just so awkward. So it's basically a fixed, you're on this path, you can't go any faster or slower. You can just ride the path as it comes. You can dash through things, so that's kind of cool. Sometimes it makes you invincible, sometimes it doesn't, like it didn't there. Anyways, what I mostly hate about this mission is collecting everything there is to collect in the mission. The mission itself really isn't difficult. It's just collecting all the collectibles is difficult. Like right there, that was the life up of this stage. Very blink and you'll miss it situation. Fortunately, I've played this stage like 50,000 times and will not be missing it. And honestly, with all this stuff, I'm taking a lot of damage just because I don't really care. Because once we get out of this cave area, we get a health refill because it's considered the next part of the level. So I'm under no liberty to actually try to make myself not take too much damage. I can just ride the explosion and be all good. This is actually already going better than I expected to. I expected to die by now because I missed the life up. Because I usually just, if I miss one of the things, I just kill myself. As I wouldn't recommend that advice, but in anything other than Mega Man, I would not recommend that advice if you're having trouble. But in this situation, it just made things easier that way. And this is the second part of the stage. It's the same thing, but outside. I don't know why I did that. I saw the platform slowly coming up, and then I was just like, let's jump into that. That seems like a good idea. So, yeah. I'm already out of things to say about this stage, because it's very slow and almost feels pointless. I'm not a huge fan of jet-like stages in the X series. Fortunately, post-X games, they decided, yeah, fans don't like this shit. They never respond positively to it, so let's stop doing it. But we still got. I don't know if I'm gonna play every Mega Man game there is. I'll definitely play my favorites, but after the X series, we don't have to deal with this motherfucker. So this is where both of the time for the stage is gonna go. Just me trying to get the sub-tank that is here. And I'm pretty sure I killed myself on the platform that gets it, honestly. I don't really commit this stage to memory because it's such a boring stage. So it's like usually, you see it coming right before you get it, so I just go for it. But now I'm just kind of forced to very slowly relive, and I've honestly lost my train of thought. I'm just still talking. It's like that interview with one of the people who worked on the newer Star Wars. I think it was one of the directors or something. He said it was a really interesting experience. We got to learn a lot about each other and the acting in general, and I cannot for the life of me remember what you asked me. That very much feels like commentating for me. Ah, there we go, got it. Another blink and you'll miss it sub-tank. So yeah, that is more or less everything there is to collect in the stage, I believe. If this were the next game in the series, or not the next game, if this were X8, there'd be something like up there, because you have basically the same stage but pseudo 3D. So, you might be wondering, so far Mega Man's been very scientifically accurate with computer programs being weak to mushrooms, for example. This one, naturally, aquatic creatures are weak to ice, which actually makes a little bit of sense, and I don't like that his weakness makes sense. Because, most of the other weaknesses are super stupid. Like in the classic series, they kind of tried to make it make sense, but I switched my weapon on accident. There we go. So, the boss fight, Jet Stingray particularly has a rough time with dealing with his weakness, because he just kind of gets frozen in place and he goes up. He slowly comes back down. You just freeze him again. It's a bad day for Jet Stingray. But a good day for us, you know? I'm saying this like the boss is already dead, but the boss is pretty much already dead. I mean, if this pattern continues, he will be dead very shortly. So yeah, I feel comfortable talking about him. He's dead. He's not a hard boss. And for the boss rush, I'll be showing like proper how to fight them if you don't have their weaknesses, minus Web Spider since he was the first one I took him on without his weakness. Yeah, I'll be showing like the real way to beat the bosses in my next, like in the next run. Because every Mega Man game has to have a boss refight. And this game is no exception. Well, okay, the Legend series actually has refights, and in all honesty, being the huge Mega Man fan that I am, I've never finished a single Battle Force or Star Force, or Battle Network or Star Force game, so I can't tell you whether those have boss rushes or not. And yeah, that is Jet Stingray, another really short video, but that format just kind of works. Or it just kind of works out for me, you know, short video. I don't have to think of shit to say for too awful long. Just long enough to get past X doing the oh yeah pose. So from Jet Stingray, we get a very situational weapon that I am not a huge fan of. We get the ability to fire those little stingrays he fired at us that travel along the ground. You only got to see those in the Jet-like segment, but basically we get to do that. And it is the weakness of the last boss there is. Man, we are so close to being maxed out X. In fact, I'll have a video, after I beat the next boss, I'll have a video where we backtrack and go get everything we're missing, which is not very much. So yeah, look forward to that. You'll get kind of a pseudo guide to what we're missing. Anyways, in the next episode, we will take on Slash Beast. See you guys then.